Hi, everybody, and welcome to week 8 of Ditch the Inches. And guess what? We made it. And it went fast. I can't believe how quick that went. And hopefully you guys are all still along for the ride. You're getting a lot of your questions answered. You're able to enjoy this and really feel that you're learning along the way, because truly that is what Joanne and I want to make sure that we're doing, is being valuable resources to you, and also just giving you different ideas on what to do every day to be able to have a healthier, happier you, right? And
Right.
so I'm Nikki, and I forgot to mention who this is, my special guest, Joanne.
I'm Joanne.
And we want to kind of do a little wrap up here for you. And really, we know that you guys are aware of what our favorite is, right? We've talked about Mediterranean diet, anti-inflammatory diet. They just go nice together because it's focusing on good quality foods. However, we know that the world is filled with a ton of choices. And there's a lot of people that are talking a lot about all kinds of different things. And we want to make sure that this last night that we help you figure out how to sort through that maze and how to pick. And because Joanne is Joanne, she has a super simple way for you guys to be able to identify these 3 things and see
Right.
things that you're looking at. Are they there? So Joanne, share those
Yes.
3 things with us, please.
Right. That's right, Nikki. With all of the various diet programs, the various, all the different types of diet. I mean, what's a Mayo Clinic diet, the flexitarian diet, the ketogenic diet?
Oh,
How do
man.
you know? How do you know? I mean, it's overwhelming. How can somebody possibly even choose what's going to be the best, right? What
Right.
is the best one?
Right.
So I have 3 rules. So I want you to remember these 3 rules. They all start with S. And this will guide you in making a decision about whether or not this particular program or diet approach is going to be right for you, right? Because I don't think there's any one kind of program that's probably going to work for everybody. Okay, so number 1, sustainable. Is this program, is this diet sustainable? By sustainable, I mean, can you eat this way tomorrow, next week, next month, next year? If not, you have to stop and think, okay, can I stick with it? Right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of these are
That's huge.
diets that are like yo-yo stuff. You get on it, you get off it, you get on it, you get off, right? So is that sustainable? 2, is it socially adaptable? Can you go to a friend's house and have a meal? Can you go to a birthday party? I mean, can you eat this? Can you eat with your family? Even a lot of these programs can't even eat with your family, right? So is it socially adaptable, right? And 3rd would be, is it satisfying? Because food is supposed to be enjoyable. You should be able to enjoy eating and think about satisfying nutrient dense foods is really what you want to focus on, right? And of course, that comes down to my very favorite pattern of eating. It's a Mediterranean diet.
Right.
Mediterranean diet, sustainable, right? Satisfying. You can go to a friend's house and eat that way. You can invite friends over, have a Mediterranean dinner. I did this with some friends here in my retirement community. I invited them over. I did a sourdough baking class for them. There were about 12 to 15 of them. So I started with the sourdough baking and how you could make sourdough bread. But it was I made it into a Mediterranean potluck. And so then everybody brought some kind of food or side or something. I did the entree, a couple different fish entrees, and they all brought sides that were Mediterranean. And we all love that, right? So you see how socially adaptable the Mediterranean diet is. And is it satisfying? And is it delicious? Is it yummy? And is it nutrient dense? See, it checks all the boxes, right, Nikki?
I love that. I love that. And you know what? And I want to make sure that we're clear that a Mediterranean diet can be fish, can be chicken, can be beef, cooked in healthy fats, a lot of vegetables, and some healthy whole grains. I mean, that's really what we're talking about. But you can also go to the extent of having much more Mediterranean, using all these Mediterranean type of recipes, but also just knowing that it's really, very general and adaptable to everything that people are doing. And I love that. You know, the other thing that we want to remember and remind people is that this is a lifestyle. Healthy eating is a lifestyle. And we're not talking for ditch the inches for 8 weeks. We're talking that we're trying to teach you a lifestyle to use for always.
That's
And
exactly right.
you'll be able to take some of those things and use them now. And then maybe in a couple of weeks, you'll be like, oh, hey, I should incorporate this back in. And it's just always a constant learning experience and being able to adapt and change and try new things. And that's really what we're focusing on. And the other thing we want to remember too is being mindful about what things
Yes.
that you're eating. And sometimes in the way that life is crazy, we sometimes grab and go, right? And we're in a hurry. And but there's really good stuff we're missing out on by not sitting down and taking that time together to enjoy a meal. The surroundings, the people you're with, your family, catching up, whatever it is. But remember that part of the eating experience is being able to share that with other people, and really enjoying the food and taking that time to be able to prepare it and being able to just enjoy that together. And that's an easy way to have it be where you pay more attention to how much you're eating. You pay attention
Yeah.
if you're full. Just a lot of good things about being mindful. And the last thing I want to make sure we talk about is what we're drinking.
Oh,
I
yes.
know that on the Mediterranean diet, they do talk about red wine.
That's right.
But
Red wine with meals.
with meals, and
It's synergistic with the food, and it works with the food.
there
So
you
we're not
go.
talking about getting the bottle of wine out on your desk and just,
No.
one glass
Um,
a day or two, maybe max, but
right. Well, and that's the thing, is being able to see that as a brightly colored product, right? This
yes,
red wine, and being able to insert all these flavonols into your diet and nutrient dense, and it's a treat. So that's kind of nice. But more importantly, I'm talking about the things we're drinking all day, like what I have here in my little cup, and really looking at clean hydration and wanting to be able to make sure that we know there's a ton of things with a ton of sugar, high fructose corn syrup, tons of artificial sweeteners of all varieties out there. And we just want to make sure people aren't overdoing that, because it's an easy thing to overlook and forget about, and can really add a ton of calories, especially different things that we're drinking. So obviously the first choice is just grabbing some water, figuring out how that works the best for you. And for me, it works best in a cool glass that is like, keeps my water cold, and I have a straw. Because then I can just grab it and I drink it really quick, and I drink more than I think I'm going to when it's cooler and with a straw. What's your trick for water, Joanne?
Well, I'm the same thing. Like, I don't have my water bottle here with me on my table here, but definitely keep my water bottle full for the day. I fill it up several times so that I make sure I'm getting plenty, because I'm down here in Arizona and you really have to double your water intake down here versus what you drink up in South Dakota. It's really, you have to be extremely focused and concentrate on getting enough, because I get dehydrated really pretty easily. So that's another one. And of course, Axio is absolutely my favorite. And what I do is that I mix Axio with some coconut water. It's like, 1 part of coconut water, 3 parts of water, regular water, right? Because the coconut water gives that Axio an incredible smooth flavor. I don't know what it is about the coconut water mixed with Axio. It is like delicious. And
I haven't tried it yet. Now I need to try that.
That is so good. And it's like a sports drink, because the coconut water is high in electrolytes and a little bit of carbs. And so, because, Axio is pretty low carb. What is it? 4 or 5 grams, I think. Pretty minimal. And it's all natural. I mean, you're not adding artificial colors and flavors with coconut water, right? And so ditch those horrible sports drinks. Gatorade stuff. Oh my goodness. Have you read what's on the label in those, right?
I know,
and
right?
Axio is such a clean drink. And when you mix it with the coconut water, you have a sports drink.
Right.
And it's so much better and healthier.
I'm going to have to try that, because I think that sounds lovely. I think, well, first of all, we make Axio by the pitcher here, because that's just so much easier. And then I can grab it and I pour it into my glass, and every afternoon I'm having that. And I want it to be available for my kids to be able to grab and have, and just a little shake before I pour it out, because it settles just a little bit. But it's just a really nice thing. 15 calories, no artificial sweeteners, and also gives you that opportunity for focus and attention as well.
we'll have to do a post on, put a little post on Axio and everything that was said.
Yeah.
We'll
Yes,
post it on
yes,
Facebook
we'll
pages
do
so
that.
Yeah, people will know.
And it comes in a variety of flavors. And so you're able to find the one that you
yeah.
like the most. What's your favorite, Joanne?
My favorite is sour cherry.
Oh my gosh, really?
But I like the sour cherry.
That's the one I don't care for. Isn't that
And the
funny?
red raspberry, I do drink that because I'm kind of caffeine sensitive as far as sleep. So I drink red raspberry in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And I will, I'll have sour cherry in the morning. Yeah, I like sour cherry. I like that.
Yeah, that's so funny. I just laugh out of everybody's favorite things. Like me, that would be the last one I pick. Just because I like a stronger flavor. And I think sour cherry is just a lighter flavor. And so I like to have a little bit more. But like dragon fruit has way too much flavor for me. That one has too much flavor. So my favorite is red raspberry that you mentioned, because I also prefer the decaf. And then purple grape is my favorite of all time. Isn't that funny? Like, it just cracks me up. But so there's varieties of flavors for everybody, whichever you prefer.
But I think, Nikki, I just want to comment through, because people are going to say regular decaf. I really think when you're looking at trying to really enhance your brain performance, let's say you're having a lot of brain fog, or maybe you're a student and you really need to focus and concentrate, greater focus and concentration. Really, actually, the regular with the decaf is actually probably the better formula. Overall, regular, both great for really, really firing up your brain. If that's what I think. That's why I think at least get the one regular in a day in the morning, where I can get my regular Axio in, and then have that decaf in the afternoon.
So just to clarify, you're saying the regular one.
Yeah, the regular with the caffeine is kind of probably like the best formula for getting your brain fired up, especially like in the morning. You want to get your brain woke up. You want to have that focus and concentration.
Yeah.
And if you can tolerate the caffeine in the afternoon, hey, have the regular with the caffeine in it, and the DMAE. So you're getting the DMAE in there too, which is also really great for your brain for focus and concentration. So,
and then that also kind of helps offset the caffeine if people have a sensitivity to caffeine, right?
That's right.
That DMAE.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of synergistic, formula. We learned about synergism when, if nutrients don't act alone, they're not just like, lonely pillars out there. They need a lot of helpers. They help each other and they work together. So you just, you want to be able to, by that formula's been formulated synergistically. So all those ingredients are boosting up all of the brain activity and the brain function that we want, right? So
I love that.
Everybody loves that.
I know.
And you wouldn't believe, I'm in a retirement community, you wouldn't believe how these seniors love Axio for their brain.
Yeah, I bet.
Function. As you get older, your cognitive function declines. Not mine, but other people.
Exactly.
So people love Axio.
Well, and the thing is over these years that we've worked as nutritionists and dietitians, what's the one thing that's so hard is finding people something decent to drink that's not loaded with sugar or loaded with artificial sweeteners. And so it's really a breath of fresh air to have this opportunity to have that be available to them. So awesome. I love it. Thanks, Joanne. Thanks everybody for joining us. We hope you had the best 8 weeks in Ditch the Inches, and enjoy the videos and have the best rest of the year. And thanks again, Joanne, for being my partner in all of this.
It's been fun. Take care. All right, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.